TC, 1-1 on the day. If you knew that this was going to be the record before you started the day, how would you feel?
I think we're okay with being 1-1. Like, G2 was always going to be a tough game. I think coming into the tournament with a pretty low-ish seed, like we were expected to get a tough matchup in the 1-0 one. So, I mean, it's kind of nice having that tough matchup out of the way. I think we could have definitely played better. Like, losing both pistols never helps, and not being able to like get around back on any of the force spies, anything like that. So I think we had slow starts on both halves. Which obviously didn't help our case, but I mean, G2 is still a really good team and they're always going to be a tough opponent.
Yeah, that first game, you guys seemed to really come racing out of the gate, slowed a little bit in the second half. A little bit different on the G2 game. You guys actually came back and had a successful first half on T side on Inferno. What slipped in that CT side?
I think, like, even for our T side, we can't really call it a successful T side when we're down 7-2, and then after the pause, we won 6 rounds pretty much straight. I think a successful T side for us on Inferno is usually when we can get at least 11 or 12 rounds. But unfortunately, like, obviously, if you're losing pistols, it's a little bit hard to do that. On CT side, honestly, again, like losing the pistol, and then I think it was just pretty slow. I think Monesi also had a really good game and made our lives really difficult. But I think we were like really a bit slow on our rotates on the CT side and just picking up on what they were doing. Some untradeable kills on the CT side, so it's at least something for us to go back and look at for coming back tomorrow.
Yeah, so what are you really going to take away from the 2 games here to try and hope and do better in the next BO1 that you have tomorrow?
I mean, honestly, just go and review. We already reviewed the first game in our break to just get our T side going again, and then honestly, like I said, just go and have a look again at what happened here today. Like, we had a plan on our CT side. I mean, obviously, it doesn't always work when Nessie drops 30 something kills on you. So I mean, honestly, it's just nice to have a game to go and review and have a look at it and see what we can improve coming into tomorrow.
What kind of opponent are you looking to face up against tomorrow? Do you want a challenge, or are you hoping trying to just get into the 2-1 game pretty easily?
I mean, honestly, I don't really mind. I think anyone here, if you're here, you've proven that you're good enough to be here. Like, all of these teams have beaten like really good teams to be here. So honestly, like, we just got to sit and wait what happens. There's no point hoping, right? Like, hope is a crappy strategy. So we'll just have to wait and see what we get.
Fang mentioned that you guys have been using tech pauses a lot to help kind of reset the mentality and really get back on track. You are known notoriously for taking as many tech pauses as possible. What's your real strategy behind doing all of that? Is it just to talk to the team to calm them down, or are you trying to tinker with things in the middle of the map?
It depends, honestly. Like, some games, like it's literally just to get us back into the game. Like, even today, it was. Or even I think in the first game today was like, guys, like, chill, like, just take a breather. We're literally we're losing the round in the first 15 seconds by just getting entry all over the map. So let's just chill out. Like, if we can survive the first 30 seconds of the round, we can win. So it's just like giving the team that positive feedback. Like I said, sometimes it's to just like, oh shit, like they've completely changed up what they're doing. Like, let's do this, let's do that. That's kind of what we had to do. Well, not in the G2 game. It wasn't really that they changed up. Just what we thought would work wasn't really working, so I just told Johnny what I thought would work, and that at least helped our T side. And like, sometimes it's just like to get the guys to just chill out. You can feel like that when that energy becomes so tense, it's just like gotta just like take a tack pause and crack a joke or two and just let people realize it's not the end of the world, right?
How does it feel being in Paris? This is the last CSGO major, and it's in one of the more special locations that we've had major events.
It's pretty good to be back in Paris. For me especially, like, was here in 2010 and 2014 and 2016. The 2014 and 2016 one was for ESWC, and then like we just never came back here. We never. So yeah, for me it's very nice. It's like kind of special to be back in Paris. Kind of where I started off my CS career. Like back from a South African team. One of the only qualifiers we had was for ESWC usually. So it's nice to end CS go off where it kind of all started for me.
And finally, is there anything that you guys are trying to do to enjoy the city or relax or get your mind off it, or is it full focus on the games right now?
I think for now it's full focus on the games, and hopefully we're just trying to make our stay here as long as possible so that we can get to do all of the fun things that you can get to do in Paris, right? I mean, some of the guys went out to the Eiffel Tower already and went and had some delicious crepes, but for us, for now, it's full focus. We just want to be here for as long as possible, and we want to get through to that legend stage.
I appreciate it. Thanks so much.